company. Say hi, Dexter. It's been a while since I've used my Gilded Tarot. First deck I ever bought. And they're all mixed up. How interesting is that? Okay. All right. In what? All right, hang tight. Okay. So I got them all figured out now. My Gilded Tarot deck. Welcome to the channel. Hit like, comment, share, follow, please. Hit the notification bell if you like my content. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can go live. All right. Oh, interesting. 3 of Swords, Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups, Page of Wands, and we have 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Somebody's not quite feeling like themselves, okay? I feel as though somebody's trying to put their best foot forward. They're trying to pick up the pieces and kind of carry on with their lives, but they're having difficulty doing it. In fact, something that happened is probably revolving around somebody got humbled. Somebody's been humbled. Somebody has been humbled. And they've been taken down a notch. They've been taken down a notch. It's exactly what it is. Something that somebody did, it broke their heart. Now let's figure out what this is that happened. So what happened to cause this? 6 of Cups. Clarify this. I can go a couple different ways with that before I jump the gun. But it could be, well, I mean, whoa. Okay. So, in a sense, there could be somebody who, if it's a friend, somebody that you've known for a long time, somebody did something. So they might have poked the bear, tweaked the nerve, or doesn't even have to be a friend, somebody that you know, somebody that's acquaintance or something like that. Somebody did something and it irritated that hurt little girl, that hurt little boy in you. Something that happened. So for me, for instance, if you have siblings and you're the youngest, sometimes you have some damage. Even though you love them, you know, you grow up and you realize, hey, that's how kids are. Kids are just cruel little things. But there's still some scars that you get from the treatment that you received as a child. And if sometimes, you know, when you become an adult, somebody will do something and it kind of makes you revert back to that treatment. And then you can react in a certain way. You're no longer a kid, you're an adult. But maybe you don't know how to express it, voice it, you know, communicate it. So somebody got humbled. Okay. Could be the fact that, you know, somebody basically, whatever. Let's dig more into this. But that's what I got. Of course. King of Wands. So there's somebody who's quite macho. Somebody who's quite, they work very, very hard. This person is a hard worker. The king is in the upright. I don't necessarily sense anything bad with it, but I feel as though this person, they do things in order to make up for whatever this was. This lack, I don't even want to say that it's a lack. It was just a wounding. I can't technically say it's a lack. It's a wounding. Whether it's lack or not, I don't know. But this person has grown up to work hard in order to make up for that so those things won't happen to them again. For instance, when you're a child, you're bullied, you're picked on, you know, you've had your underwear over your head, you know, people have done certain things Could have been siblings, could have been schoolmates or whatever. If you're bullied, when you grow up, you start working out. You take martial arts or whatever. You're like, no one is going to actually do this to me ever again. Okay. That's what I have here. Very interesting. 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Give me some more on the 7 of Wands. And I see the 5 of Wands right there staring at me from the other deck. Tell me about this 7 of Wands, please. It's kind of technically more in the reverse. Judgment in reverse. So because of that, and believe me, that was only an example. It doesn't have to be like, the person being bullied or, or anything like that. Whatever the wounding was as a child, somebody did something as an adult, and it made them revert back to it. I'm only using that as an example. Okay? So somebody had did something. Let's find out what it was, technically what it was. What was it that happened that made this person, that made somebody... Oh. This is all sorts of confusing. It's not confusing. It's just going to be a lot for me to kind of get out. Because I feel like as though I'm getting into the wounding of somebody. Or the reasons, or the knee-jerk response. So what I'm getting is what happened here. Four of Pentacles. I was getting ready to say 6. There's a couple of different things here. But I'll tell you what I'm getting with this. I'll tell you the predominant story that I'm seeing. Somebody, let's say a loved one passed. Oh, man. Is it the parent? Oh. Man, I was going to say, I think it was like somebody that, used to bully their child, and then when they got older, they didn't leave them anything. That's kind of where I was going, but that's not it. I was going to say, man. Kind of reminded me of Joan Crawford for a second there. I was like, please, no. It's horrible. You ever seen the movie Mommy Dearest? Oh, my gosh. Horrible, horrible, horrible. However, the actress, Faye Dunaway, one of the most amazing performances ever in history. But anyway, the movie is so cringe. But no, I'm not getting it's that. Thank goodness, because that's horrible. It's heartbreaking. Anyway, now there could have been something where somebody was supposed to maybe get something. Somebody could have been talking somebody out of giving somebody a will, giving somebody this, giving somebody that. And this doesn't have to be like a family scenario. Let's say there was, something even with friends, because something kind of caused this problem. Whereas it made this person kind of kick into gear and feel like they needed to do something in order to defeat somebody else, because they weren't going to allow somebody to do it. So let's just say, because the scenario is the hamster wheel's starting to go. Let's just say there is brother, sister, brother, sister. Let's say when they were kids, one parent favored the other for whatever reason. Let's say mom favored this one, dad favored this one. Let's say nobody favored one. Whatever the dynamic. When you get older, you have friends. You become very close with certain friends. Maybe even feel like family with friends. Something happens. And let's say one friend has more than the other. And then, one day, You know, and let's say both friends are very supportive of each other. They love each other very much, like siblings. And then something happens where the one person that has less starts to increase, you know, so that they can kind of be on the same playing field, so they don't have to, you know, we should all be able to advance, you know, we should all be able to be gracious and happy and accepting of each other and encourage people. You want to, especially your friends, you know, I'm not really technically sensing anything romantic. Could it be? Yes, I'm not going to exclude it. I'm not going to rule it out. I'm getting siblings. We're friends. So you get this friend who sees that you're coming up and they're like, oh, I can't let that happen. You're like a sister to me. You're like a brother to me. You know? And it kind of makes them revert back to this selfish child or this defensive child. And that's what happens. And that's where the friendship or whatever it was that you had goes awry. Because now that person feels like they need to compete. Even if, you know, both friends' motives were genuinely pure. And somebody just wants to come up in the world. You know? Be more like each other. You're very close. You have a soul connection. But it triggers something in the other person. And they become something quite ugly. And you see another side of them that you never knew was there. So this person starts to race. Do anything that they can to stay above. Maybe it was feast and famine in their family. Maybe they had to, like something my mom used to say, grab it and growl. If you don't grab it, it's going to be gone. Maybe that's where they came from. Maybe they were pampered all the time and got everything. And they were spoiled rotten. And as an adult, they could still be a good person, but there's that like hidden spoiled rotten brat still in them. And it comes out. If they think somebody else is going to get more than them or do something that at least makes somebody else happy. Okay? An incredibly selfish energy. Incredibly selfish. So, what happened? Something in somebody died. Now that could be any kind of cooperation, any kind of friendship, any seeds that were planted. They're no longer being watered. You can't water a dead flower. It doesn't grow. It's dead. And now whatever that was has turned to hate. It has turned to hate. Okay. Why are you here, Miss Queen of Swords? Matter of fact, first deck I ever bought, Dexter's, chewed them so many times. Anyway, matter of fact, the previous reading that I just did, it makes sense as to why this is coming out. Because in my comments section on TikTok, somebody was like, I don't understand why people do that. That question must still be floating in the cosmos and the etheric. It's just floating out there, and here's the answer. At least that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay. At least that's what I channeled. Okay. We all have a different idea about it. Whether it's incorrect, whether it's correct. This is the answer I've received. Okay. Queen of Cups, Eight of Cups. They clarified the Queen of Swords. you know, if you're thinking about this friendship, whoever this person is, this is something they've been doing for a very long time. And you probably never caught on because, you know, you're oblivious, or maybe it's just because you see with your heart. And some people don't. This friend probably was never really a very good friend. In fact, it looks like they've been doing this for a long time. Everything that you wanted, they went out and got. They went out and did it. They went out and achieved everything that you've probably talked about to them. Kind of weird. You ever look back on some people? Yeah? Whether it's a friend or sister or brother. Everything that you do, somehow they do it. You're like, oh, I've always wanted to do this. Next thing you know, they're doing it. And even if they said they never even liked doing that, for whatever reason, now they're doing it. This could be a history of this throughout this connection. 3 of Wands. Oh, that seems a little bit... Tell me about this. So, a couple different things with this. Get the World at the bottom of the deck. Whoever this person is, now, they may come to you, and you may expect to receive something from them, whether it's notification about something. There is the Death card here, you know, and I did have that 6 of Wands, you know, under the deck a little while ago. So let's say, you know, somebody is sick, you know, somebody has something. This person may reach out to you, and it may make things uncomfortable. Now, let's say they need you for something. For whatever it is, you know. I you know, would like to think that, you know, sometimes we have friends and we get comfortable, or family, and we get comfortable when there are certain things that we need from them. That's why you always treat people good, you know, because you never know who that lifeline could be for you. You never know. And you don't want to, at least for me, this is my opinion. You don't want to keep people around just so what you can get out of them. You're like, oh, well, I have to be nice to them because I might need them one day. No, I'm not saying it like that. You know, whatever I'm trying to say. But you just never know when you really might need somebody. What if you have this incredibly rare blood type? And there's this only one person that you know of. Or, you know, tissue type for a certain organ. That person, you know. And I'm not saying that person is wrong if they deny. It's their choice. You know, there's people on this planet where, you know, you would like to think, but then again, some people may have reservations about, you know, giving up a part of their body to help somebody who's been horrible. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying these are the things that you may have to face. All right? Not that I think that's what it is, but, you know, for some people it could be. It could be that scenario. Anyway, expect some kind of communication from whoever this is. They could probably be waiting for you. They may think that you need them, but I don't sense that. I sense it's this person. In fact, I sense there's a lot going on with whoever this person is. All right? Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I kind of do think there's a... What can we expect from this person? Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, 4 Cups. I feel as though they're afraid you're going to miss something. They're afraid you're going to miss something. Maybe they could miss you. Yeah, they could. But I feel as though they're afraid that you're going to miss something. You know, maybe... Oh, there's something else here. Oh, that was there. Maybe you can miss a reunion, a party. You know, I don't necessarily think it's that important, but this is just kind of a shallow person. So they may be upset because, you know, you didn't make it to the birthday. You know, come on. You know, how old are we? You know, just want to think of it for a child. But, you know, then again, you know, whatever I'm getting, whoever this person is pretty shallow. So if you're not able to make it somewhere, they might be very offended. You know, apparently they're going to be offended by anything anyway. It doesn't even matter. But that's how shallow it is. You know, everyone's supposed to do something for me. You know, you're supposed to come and admire me. You're supposed to admire everything about me. And that's kind of what I'm getting with whoever this is. You know, you're supposed to come celebrate me. Well, no. So, anyway, that's pretty much all I have. What's going to happen when this person, what's going to happen if it's declined? If you decline. Empress. What's going to happen if you attend? I don't know if I should take that one. So, you do what you want. I asked what's going to happen if you decline whatever it is that this person, you know, presents to you, whatever it is that they come to you, whatever it is that they say to you. If you decline it, you'll maintain your value. Okay? Because you know, you don't need that. If you kind of get back into it, it's going to be more of this Five of Swords. Okay? It's only kind of like opening up the door. It's opening the door back up again. If you accept any kind of invitation or whatever it is, it's going to be the same thing. I'm the king, you're just this little page. You know, when in reality, you're above a king. You're above every king. You're an empress. So you're going to maintain your value. So the cards are telling me, if you know what this is, if you know what scenario this is, if you know what this person is, your best bet is to gracefully, because she's full of grace. She's beautiful. She's elegant. She's smart. She's loving to others, but also to herself. And she's not going to do anything that's going to damage her reputation. You know, going could damage this person's reputation because, you know what? Nobody puts baby in a corner, you know? I don't know where that came from. I don't know why that came out. Because it doesn't necessarily make sense, but maybe that'll make sense to somebody. All right. But that's what I'm getting. Somebody's still going to treat you like, you know, you're beneath them. You know, I'm above you. You're just a kid. You know, you're just this or that. You don't have anything. When really you have everything. Okay? You have everything. You know, in your entire being. Everything about you is so much more valuable than anything that this person has. Whether it's financial or anything. They can never compare to you. No matter how much money they have. They can't. All right. That's pretty much it. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the like. Drop me a comment. Hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload a new reading. That's pretty much it. Check out my TikTok. Become the Star. I don't have any other accounts. I only have one account on TikTok, one account on IG, and one account here under Become the Star. If you want to contact me in reference to a private reading or personal reading, you can DM me on IG at BecomeTheStar1111. And if you want to email me in reference to a personal private reading, BecomeTheStar1111 at gmail.com. That's pretty much it.